Hello everybody, my name is Taylor Green. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
Hello guys, I'm Katie and I'm one of the hearing care assistants here at Audiology Associates.
We've got two videos in it, patients, in this compilation. First patient is mine and the second one is Katie's. Got some interesting ones actually, or yours is especially an interesting one, to be fair. It's quite a I won't spoil it, but
No spoilers.
You'll get there. So mine is a patient who actually attended for a first ever wax removal, and I again off the top of my head, I think the patient was in their 70s. So quite a few years worth potentially.
Yeah, there's a lot of time needed for a build up.
So we got the standard tube here. We're trying to get that good grip. There's a lot of dry skin you can see here. Look at that thin sort of strip, and it is literally going to come away in layers, this one. This is the fine end. Now I did swap to the fine end here just to get rid of this little bit of skin on the outside because it did clarinet a little bit. Now if you're new to the channel, clarinetting is a term that we would use for essentially when the suction tube that we use, it whistles, and it's very, very loud, and it's very high pitched, and it's very shrill, and it can be quite uncomfortable for us and the patient, more so for the patient because it's inside their ear. So the fine end, we tend to use those for those kind of what would I say? Those little bits on the little bits of skin that tend to whistle. I'm literally, my mind's gone blank today. Not thinking straight. So we've got the standard size tube back on now. We're going to try and re-get that grip. We're going to give it a little bit of a wiggle. I can see around the outer edges, it is starting to move.
Yeah, you can definitely see removing that skin have definitely helped.
Patient has used some oil as well, to be fair, which does help. It really does help. If you're ever having wax removal and you're able to, so as long as there's no contraindications, there's no operations, no perforations, no infection especially as well, try and use some olive oil before having it removed. It makes a world of difference. It's horrible using it, but it makes a world of difference having it removed.
But keep it to the medical grade type.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No baby oil or cooking oil.
Yeah, don't use any wacky concoctions you might find in the back of the cupboard.
Out of date, that'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll be fine. So you can see the eardrum now is visible in the distance, so the blockage is cleared up. Patient is hearing better, but there's still a little bit left. Just a little bit of a wiggle, and that should come out quite nicely.
It's kind of been quite big plugs. It's quite a nice one.
It was quite nice one to do, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of mopping up with the fine end here now, just to try and clear away these little bits. Here we are. That's all nice and clear there. There's a couple of little bits there. I got to keep in mind as well that this is the patient's first time. I don't want to give them any bad experiences with too much noise or discomfort. So if it doesn't come away cleanly on the first visit, then we'd normally suggest it's a little bit of olive oil, again, just to try and help with the migration naturally with those little bits that are left. This is the same patient, but just the other ear. Very, very similar problem here. Your stomach going crazy.
You can tell it's coming up to lunchtime.
Lunchtime's coming.
Good job the mic's up here.
Yeah. Probably still using mine, isn't it?
We'll cut that bit out, don't we?
Cut the noise. So yeah, started with the fine end again here, just to get rid of some of these finer bits again around the edges. Always makes a really big difference.
Yeah, sometimes it's deceiving, especially obviously for me now. I'm just starting out. Like that on the right hand side, it looks just like wax. But when you go near it, I've noticed a couple of times you get a big skin peel then.
Yeah, it's either where there's wax kind of sat on the top because they're very thin layer against the ear canal. You can't always see it, like I said. But this has been in here a while, so this was quite easily visible. That kind of dead skin, especially when it gets dry, tends to go that kind of. It can sometimes be like a white in colour, or it can be like a very, very light yellow. But this is more like orange.
I should say it's quite an orangey colour, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is really old skin in here. And this one's not really kind of playing nicely for us so far. It's not really coming out like the other side. So we're trying to, what I'm doing here is I'm aiming for that bottom section. Now if you ever get ones like this where you can see bits against the ear canal, you want to try and kind of peel it away from the sides first.
Okay.
Because what that can do, like what's happened here, it can loosen up that block that's kind of behind it.
Yeah.
So you'll kind of free it up, which like
Just gives it a bit
really well.
Gives it a bit more room then.
Yeah.
To play with.
Definitely. Bit of a wiggle here now. We're trying to get this big ball of wax to pass these little these little bends in the ear canal.
It's like a little maze sometimes, isn't it?
And some patients are like really, really bendy ear canals as well, and there's like you can't help it. It's just natural. It's just how the ear's anatomy is.
Yeah.
So what we got there, 2.5 centimeters. I think that's what's that? Just
looks like about an inch.
Yeah, about an inch. Yeah.
That's a clear one to read.
That's nice easier than that. Now this is your patient, I think. Yeah, this is your patient. Yeah, sorry.
I was looking at it. Is it?
So we've obviously used a bit of irrigation on that one. That was a super soft one. Oh,
I first I looked in that one. I was like, okay, so the irrigation obviously worked perfectly. I did start off with a suction, but it was just going to be a lot more comfortable for the patient if I'd done irrigation. And then I go this side, and I'm like, oh.
Literally two ends of the scale. This is like that.
I know, I went straight for the middle then, just to see if I could have a feel of what it was going to be like, because sometimes it's quite deceiving, and it could be like a rock.
That is, to be honest, that is softer than what I thought it was going to be. That looked solid. That looked really, really hard. That's actually moving quite nicely.
Yeah, that's like you just said, funny enough, I went straight for the bottom.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can get that lift.
See, you're getting the knack already. Like,
I
using
know,
oil and everything as well. Like you,
see a bit of oil.
Smashing it.
But yeah, I would say it wasn't difficult, but it was a nice challenge. It's nice to have different ones where it makes you think, really.
And that is where the kind of learning comes from,
Yeah.
in a way, because that's where me and Reese have been put in those positions as well. When we first started, Reese has been doing wax removal a lot longer than me, but I started removing wax, I think, probably about 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay.
Because I started on loops, what we call loops, which is it's basically a little cone, a little sort of like plastic cone you put in someone's ear, and then you've got like a super strong magnifier and a spotlight on your head. Now those ones, if I can remember doing the training, they actually said to us on the training, if the wax is any further than halfway into the ear canal, don't even bother with it. If the vision's not great, just don't even bother. Which is why a lot of the time, patients that go for wax removal where, loops are used, if it's too deep, it's quite likely that they're not going to be able to remove it. And that's the beauty of the endoscope.
Yeah, no, definitely. As you could see so much further down.
Oh, the vision is so much better.
See, but there now, I thought to myself, no, that's a good chance to get a grip. I'd lifted it up, and you had like that wetter, more like yellowy stuff at the bottom.
That's that kind of...
And I was just aiming for that. That was just what gave me the chance then to get a grip. So
that's what you mentioned on my patient just now, where you can sometimes lift the wax and you'll get that like kind of thick layer underneath, and that kind of colour is normally what we would see with dead skin.
Okay.
So yeah, that's...
But yeah.
Again, you've had some tricky ones.
I know. I think it's on purpose. I think the girls are going, how difficult do you think it's going to be?
Oh, we're popping our head up, we're going, is this a tricky one? And we're like, book it in with KD.
Throw it in the deep end. But no, it definitely was a very stubborn one. I had to put oil in a couple of times, which it's surprising how much it helps.
Just do it in layers.
Yeah.
You tend to find some of these ones, if they're a little bit softer and they start breaking apart, that's like great.
Yeah.
Because what you're looking for, when we mentioned earlier about you removing, like kind of peeling away those sides.
Yeah.
What that's going to do when you start putting oil in, then it's going to get underneath those little gaps that you've created, and it's just going to act like a sled.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna glide a lot easier. So yeah, you're doing fab with it. Fair play.
Yeah, just doing them, just coming, like just picking.
Yeah, so you can see what you're doing. You're
just being patient and just aiming for the things I think that's going to help, really. And just putting oil in more and more. It does. I don't know when it quite comes away, but there's one point.
At some point,
I'm just doing a little wiggle, and it just pulls. I think it's coming up by here now.
Oh, is it going to like unravel from the bottom?
Yeah, I'm sure this is the patient they did that on. But I was just like, oh my God, it just doesn't want to come out.
While we're coming towards the end of the video as well, guys, I'm not normally used to doing this. But don't forget, if you do enjoy these types of videos, obviously we got thousands on the channel, you know, there's loads to look at. If it's something you are quite interested in, drop us a like, drop us a share, you know, get us out there. Don't forget you can subscribe as well. It doesn't cost you a penny. We do also have a membership as well if you wanted more videos and more engagement with us as well, because we do, when we can, we do tend to sort of interact a little bit more with our members as well. And we like to interact with everybody as well when we can. But as you can imagine, we get thousands and thousands of comments on the videos. It's impossible for us to answer everyone. But yeah, if you are enjoying, then yeah, give us a follow. Ah, that's perfect.
See, look how clear.
Look at that.
Bit of patience is all it took. I know I'm proud of that one.
Perfect.
But yeah, it looks only little. It is quite conceiving, but I was proud of the work.
That's fine. That's all it is. It's perfect. It's a centimetre. And
But just, yeah.
quarter of an inch. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we shall see you on the next video now, guys. I think you are more than likely going to see either myself and Reese or Katie and Reese. I'm not very sure on the next video, but might just be Reese. On the next video. Reese is in the background. He's saying hello in the background.
I think it's probably you two.
Oh, it's probably going to be us again. So, so guys, don't forget to take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another. And we shall see you again on the next video. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Bye.